What's good, everybody? FinerBub here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today, we're talking about waterfalls, beaches, and epic rock formations on the south coast of Iceland. Hello and welcome back to the Iceland travel series. If you missed last week's video on Reykjavik, the Blue Lagoon, and the Golden Circle, you can click or tap right here for that. Otherwise, without further ado, let us begin. After our first night of camping, Mika and I decided to check out a nearby waterfalls and climbed up this cliff that overlooked the campsite.
Oh, we got a little stream. That is where we camped first night.
Once the other guys woke up, we made some breakfast, had some nice oatmeal, sweet potato hash, and then we walked over to Seljalandsfoss. There's this walking path that circles around the back of the falls. Just make sure you bring a rain shell because you're pretty much guaranteed to get soaked. After that, we hopped back in the car and continued around the ring road until we reached Skogafoss. So, keeping within the theme of super crowded landmarks, Skogafoss was packed with tourists. We snapped a few photos before heading up this cliffside staircase to the top of the waterfall. If you want to get away from the crowds, there are a few trails up there that you can wander around. And on a clear day, you can see all the way to the ocean. Isn't that nice, kids? So yeah, I did mention this earlier, and I only learned this after the fact, but apparently the cliff that Skogafoss falls off of is actually the former coastline of Iceland. At some point there was a volcano, an earthquake or something, and like the whole island just like rose up out of the ocean that much more and exposed like 5 miles of flat landscape all the way to the new coastline. Science! After a little while, we headed back down to the car and continued on to the crash site of this US Airforce Plane on the black sand beach. And on the drive over, we got our first glimpse of a glacier. We got our first glimpse of a glacier. On our way over, we got our first glimpse of a glacier. It was pouring rain by the time we got to the parking lot, so I put my iPhone in a Ziploc sandwich baggie and then left my big camera in the car so it wouldn't get wet. It's about a half-hour walk from the parking lot to the plane, so we got properly drenched on the way over. The plane and the beach were both awesome, so it was totally worth it. And on the bright side, we got another opportunity to appreciate our car's butt warmers. From there, we drove up this super sketchy cliffside road to check out this lighthouse that overlooks the black sand beach and a few other famous geological formations that appear in movies like Batman Begins and Game of Thrones Season 2. Mr. Frodo, look, it's an oliphant. No one at home will believe this. Yeah, so after the lighthouse, we drove down to the Pebble Beach that had this crazy looking cave and these epic basalt formations. If you're looking on Google Maps, it's by the Black Beach Restaurant. From there, we drove to Vik, which is a pretty popular town in the south of Iceland. They have this huge warehouse for this Icelandic wool brand called Icewear that makes lots of blankets and outdoor clothing. Yeah, but we didn't buy anything because it was expensive and we already had everything we needed. It's a nice place to pick up a memento of Iceland if you're into woolen garments and blankets and wall hangings and things of that nature. At this point, we were pretty hungry, so we went to this amazing expensive restaurant on the top of a hill. Sorry. Where we had some delicious fish and beer. I had a really good beer while I was at that restaurant. It was called this. We stopped at a local grocery store after that to stock up on our favorite Icelandic road trip snacks.
David loves dumoulin crop, dumoulin crop, dumoulin crop. David loves dumoulin.
So after the grocery store, we hit the road to our next campsite, which is by Vatnajökull National Park, which is home to the largest glacier in Europe. Fact! That night we saw a very faint display of the Northern Lights, and because I had no idea how to use my camera at the time, this is the best photo I got. Yeah, very impressive skills, David. Yes, well done, kid. Well done, great job, good on you. So, what can you take away from this video? What's the lesson to be learned here? First of all, I'd say that if you want to get photos of all the places we went to without tons of tourists in them, you gotta get there early, like ass crack of dawn. Second, Second, if you go to check out Skogafoss, definitely make the climb up the staircase. It's a whole other world up there, kind of like heaven, or at least how it looks in Gladiator. I'll put a link to a video below where these guys actually film a Gladiator sequence in that spot, and it's funny, so yeah, go check it out. Those guys also didn't leave their good cameras in the car when they went to go see that plane on the black sand beach. Definitely watch their videos. Much better cinematics than mine. Third, wear a rain jacket if you go around the back of Seljalandsfoss. Seljalandsfoss. Everyone who came out of there was completely soaked. If you're going to Iceland, you should definitely invest in a good one anyway. A quality hardshell jacket not only protects you for the rain and wind, but it acts as a great complement to a fleece or a down jacket as both an extra layer of warmth that you can throw over a t-shirt for a cold hike, but it also acts as a barrier that keeps the heat in from your insulated layer. And last, these locations have been used to film all kinds of Hollywood movies, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link below to an article with the lists of all the movies and the locations where they were filmed. If you like this video about Vic, the black sand beach, and a lot of rock formations that have been in all those movies, and you think you might enjoy more content of the sort, and you're not already one of my 24 ever so loving and loyal subscribers, do yourself a favor, hit subscribe. Be sure to tune in to next week's episode about the largest glacier in Europe as we continue our journey around Iceland's Ring Road, around the Road of the Ring. If you've been to Iceland before and have any tips for anyone, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below. If you enjoyed this video or you felt like you got something useful out of it, be sure to share it with your friends on social media and with anyone you know who might be thinking about taking a trip to Iceland. For more information on the locations we visited and all the gear we brought with us, be sure to check out the full-length article at FinerBub.com/Iceland. FinerBub.com/Iceland. FinerBub. FinerBub.com/Iceland. What else should I talk about? God bless you. Alrighty, my people, once again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're planning your next trip, don't let the small details stress you out. Remember, life's an adventure, so relax, breathe in the outdoors, and don't forget to appreciate the finer things in life. See you out there.